Hey you guys, thanks for clicking on my channel today. So I just want to tell you guys about my experience, my first job and the Black Friday experience and everything. So when I was 16, I was so hyped up about, I want to make my own money. I want to get this and that. So I like to spend my money on food and stuff that I want personally. So that was the whole reason of me wanting to get the job. So I went to this mall called King of Prussia, also known as KOP, if you're from the Philadelphia area, whatever you want to call it. So I took that 125 bus all the way to King of Prussia without my mom knowing, being all sneaky and grown, thinking I knew what I was doing. I took that bus. It was an hour and a half. My behind was supposed to be at Timber Urban, so I took like my little school trans pass to get on a little bus for free, go find some jobs. I'm with my friends, and we went to a bunch of other, like a couple stores, and I kept asking the managers like, "Hey, are you hiring? Like, how old do you have to be to work here?" So I came across Abercrombie Kids. So my manager, I don't want to say her name, I'm gonna call. So my manager, I don't want to say her name, I'm gonna call her Talk. I'm looking at a sign and it said Girl Talk, so I'm gonna call her Talk. So the manager that I came up to, I was like, "Hey, are you hiring? How old do you have to be to work here?" So I forgot that when you go in Abercrombie and like Hollister and stuff, that they have the little computer things when you walk in. Well, not as soon as you walk in, but like in the middle of the store where you could apply online and stuff. But me being 16, not knowing, I could just go right there and apply. So I was just asking her, "Hey, are you hiring?" Like giving her a feel of who I am, getting to know her and like the companies. Cause I'm like, I used to wear this all the time when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. It would be fine to work for them. So she gave me this card and she told me the website to apply to and the code Sydney, whatever, to put in. And basically it's group interviews. So you pick a day and a time. It's either between 4 or 6 that you go. And I think it's like Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays or something, whatever the interviews following. So she had wrote down my name and everything. So I went to my interview. I'm like, I'm about to work for the company. Like, why not put on some Abercrombie and Fitch clothes? Like, so I had on these khaki, like, pants. Got a little coat. Had on these khaki, like, pants with this button up. And I think I had on some Sperry's or some Chucks. And I was, like, in a group interview. They asked you a bunch of questions, like, why do you think that you're fit for the company? What can you bring? And all this other stuff. So I'm like, at the interview, like, yeah, I know I got this. I got this. Like, I was the only one that showed up. And I showed up an hour early. So I already had it in the bag because it ended up being a one-on-one group interview between me and the manager. Like, so, the manager that actually hired me, we're gonna call him Tracy. And he was like, Talk had told me a lot about you. And basically because when you work for the company Abercrombie basically Abercrombie Kids and Abercrombie and Fitch, like they'll go out into the mall and they recruit people. So he was like, well, she basically recruited you because she liked how you came into the store and how you presented yourself. So I'm like, head in the bag, like cats in the bag. Like, I knew I had a job. So I'm going in and he's like, when would you be able to start? So I'm like, I can start as soon as possible. Then we leave the interview. Well, I leave the interview, and I didn't tell my mom that I went up to King of Prussia or nothing. Like, I done snuck my little 16-year-old ass up to King of Prussia without telling her. And she probably thought I was at Timber Urban the whole time when I was only at the mall. Like, this mall is really far. Like, we don't even go to this mall on the regular. Like, I hate driving up to King of Prussia. But they got this new store called Primark. Got everything. But back to the story. And so my mom's calling me. Like, I went up with my friend again. Just because I didn't know how to get there on the bus. She came with me the first time, so why not come with me again? So I went up with my friend. And my mom's calling me. So I'm like, oh my God. Looking at the phone like, oh my God. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Like, should I ignore the call or should I answer it? So I'm going to be like, text. Yes. And she like, call me now. So I'm calling her, hey mom. Like, hey mom. And she's like, where are you? I'm on the bus. Where are you on the bus? Where are you going? I'm coming back from King of Prussia. Why the hell was your ass at King of Prussia? Nobody told you to be taking your little ass up to King of Prussia. And I'm just like, I'm going to get a job. Why do you want a job? You don't need to be working. So beyond that, she let me work at Abercrombie Kids. And it was a good experience because not only did I get to get hands-on experience with retail, even though I was only making $7.25 minimum wage, like, oh my gosh, they had us doing all this stuff. Like, now Abercrombie is so lenient with the workers. Like, before, we could not wear no nail polish. And my crazy behind, I like to have a lot of different color hairs and stuff. And I can only wear my natural color state hair. Like, what? Are you kidding me? And you had to wear the Abercrombie clothes from head to toe. And it's just like, all my money that I was making was going to the clothes. Even though my mom was buying my clothes for me. But still, it's like, I didn't really have no money because I was only making $7.25. And you would only be there for like probably 4 or 5 hours. Because, you know, I was considered a minor, so whatever. And so my first Black Friday, I was 16. Like, I missed Thanksgiving. Well, we had Thanksgiving at my house, but I didn't go to Thanksgiving with all my family and stuff. So I missed it to go to work. And Black Friday is crazy. Like, when those stores be telling you that lines be lined up outside of the door before this mall even open, like, why are you in the mall? Why are you in the mall not at the table eating with your family? Why are you in the mall? So they basically tell us the training and everything, like, I'm so sorry. But they basically tell us, like, which room you're in, if you in Girl Side 1, Girl Side 2, Girl Side 3. So it go from when you first enter, that's Girls 1. The middle part with the canoe area with a boat with the fitting rooms, that's Girls 2. Girls 3 is usually the clearance, like the end where the register and everything is. And the same thing for boys. Boys 1, boys 2, boys 3. So my behind, I usually get either Girls 1. That's where the greeters are. Hey, welcome to Abercrombie, whatever, or hey, what's up, or see you later. Or like, I don't be feeling like saying all that, so I usually get that. Or Girls 2 with the fitting rooms, and you're gonna have 5 items, and it's one person at a time. So on Thanksgiving, well, Black Friday, you know, the parents be like, oh, I'm gonna bring my kids and blah blah blah. Like, we're gonna try on these clothes. They be on sale real fast. Like, first, the highest percentage is like 50% off. Then it goes down each, like, I guess hour or a couple hours after that to like 50, 40, 30. And it stops at, I think it stops at 30%. I'm not really sure. Don't count me on that. But whatever. Back to the parents. You know, the parents that be like, they be having more than one child and got like 20 items, and they be want to all go into the one fitting room, and you be like, the company policy is you're only allowed to have 5 items, not 5 and 5 and another 5 and 5 more, and live with 2 kids. No, it's supposed to be 1 kid. Split those clothes up, and I'll hold it out here for you. So when I be trying to tell the parents that, like, you're gonna have 5 items in the fitting room at a time, it's only allowed 1 child. Or if you want both of your kids, the items have to be 5, but 1 child can either bring in 2 items, the other child can bring in 3. And they're just like, no, I want my kids to go in when I want them to go in, and I want them to try on this and that and the third because I want to make sure that it fits. And you're just like, but the company policy doesn't allow that. And they're just looking at you like, girl, if you don't just get your ass and count these items and bring them in. So it's like, after a while, you don't feel like arguing with parents in front of their kids. Like, they already complaining, oh, it's so dark in here, all the music too loud, oh, can you turn it down, I can't never see when I'm touching. It's not that dark. I mean, it is kind of dark, but it's not that dark. So Black Friday, this Black Friday in particular, I got moved to register And, to return an item, you have to get the manager. And the manager can approve or not if they want to do the item. So the manager can approve or not if they want to, like, do the transaction. And I had this manager. We're going to call her Looks. And I had this manager named Looks. And she was like, new to the company, whatever. And she didn't feel comfortable with doing the return. But the return was with, like, okay, don't get me wrong, because they like to say that blacks or whatever you want to call it, like, to shoplift. And I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, because what am I? That don't mean when I'm going to the store I'm about to shoplift. No, that means I'm about to just look around, see what I want, and then get whatever I want. I'm not going to be put that in the bag, put someone else in the bag. No. So I was trying to get a man the benefit of the doubt. And we looking through the items, because we took the items from off the register and put it back. The back register where you, like, take the sensors off, and we was looking at the items. So we're at the point where as though we think, like, he probably popped off the sensors or something, because first of all, this is where you had it wrong. You didn't have a receipt, and you had over 20 items that you was trying to return, and then you wanted to exchange it for another size, which is understandable to me, because I might have worn the wrong size for my child, and I want to come back and get the right size that they could fit. But the smallest size in Abercrombie kids was the 8, and that's like an extra small, whatever. And you're coming in here to get it. Well, you're exchanging your 8 out for 16, and I'm 20, and I could wear 16, because 16 is like extra large, so I could wear that. So, you know what your child looked like, and how the hell did you get the size wrong? Like, the 8 and the 16 is a big difference. It's like me going to the store to go get a damn extra large, an adult's, woman's, and knowing damn well I wear a damn extra small or small. Why did I think my little ass was gonna get up in those extra larges when it be looking like, what the hell? But so she was like, I don't really feel comfortable. Back to the manager look. So she's like, I don't really feel comfortable with doing a return. Can you just deny it for me? What? Are you kidding me? You're the manager. I'm the associate. You tell them no. So I'm just like, go back to the man. Sorry, we can't do the return for you right now. And to do the return, we need your driver's license to, like, swipe and do the items. And he's like, well, I have my driver's license, so we swiped it. Because I'm like, let's just see how this would go. And we ringing out the items, because Abercrombie, they sell clothes that look the same, but they might have came out, like, something might have came out in the winter and then come out in the fall, and they look exactly the same. But when you scan that screw code, that barcode, it might have a tad difference. Like, the last number might be an 8, and then the other number might be a 10. So we scanned up the items, and we're like, okay, you owe such amount. And he's like, how the fuck do I owe money when I'm doing an even exchange? I don't understand how I'm owing money. I'm doing an even out exchange. These are the same items. So we explained to him, like, we're going against, like, the policy to even try to give you, like, the exchange. And we're like, these are not the same clothes. They might look the same, but that last barcode number is different. Well, that's not my fault that your company is like that, blah, blah, blah. So we're just like, okay, well, the ones that you can exchange, do you want to just do that? And he's like, no, y'all some bitches. No, he didn't just call me a bitch. No, he didn't. No, this nigga didn't just, let me correct myself. No, this man didn't just call me a bitch. So I'm like, looks, can I go take this break real fast? Because I need to grab myself and collect what the hell I just done heard. Because she done went to the back and she done felt offended. Oh, I'm feeling offended. But now I want to go have a talk with you. So I'm like, can I go on break real fast? So she lets me go on break. So I go outside and I'm talking to the man like, I don't think that was polite of you to call us bitches. And then, here's the juicy part. This man done tried to spit on me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So the mall security came to the store and they asked us what happened. And her being the manager, you should have knew to call mall security when all of this was going on. Why are you putting me and you at jeopardy? Like, this man could be staying when the mall closed and we walk to the car, then forgot about him and beat us up. Like, why did you just put us at jeopardy? So he like, well, next time something happened like that, just call mall security. We'll handle it. That's why we're here. And I'm just there like, her ass was so scared to do that. Like, wow. I should have been the manager at 16. Like, I basically I could have ran a store with my eyes closed. Like, you so scared. What is this man gonna do to you? Besides, if the store closed, we in the store. It's a whole bunch of people here. What is this man gonna do to you? You can even tell him he can do the return or he can't. You're the manager. If I'm telling him no, he gonna be like, excuse me, girl. Go get the manager for me now, please. Manager. Because they're gonna want to go above and beyond the associate. They're like, it's a manager for a reason. You might not know. You're a little girl, excuse me. Go get the adult. All she had to do, moral of the story was, all she had to do was tell him no herself. And not, I'm so scared. Can you? No. So, from that day forward, no. If you don't want to do a return, you tell them. In every store I ever worked at, in between that, I've been doing so good. Like, my folding skills is on point. No, but thank you guys. Thanks for looking at my story time. I'll try to come back with another story. I know that was not really funny, but hey.